Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this super cute coffee and tea little wall plaques. I have these just up above my coffee and tea bar in my kitchen and it is super cute. Ties the room all together. I'm starting off by taking some square artist panels and spray painting them in off-white color.
So you want to make sure that you are in a well ventilated area or outside, and preferably have a mask on. And you're just going to go in light coats and make sure to just kind of go evenly off the edge. It will avoid pooling any extra paint when you double over. Alright, so once that is done, the front, then you just want to make sure you go in even coats over the edge. Make sure you give your panel a good shake every few passes.
Now I let my artist panel dry, and next I'm going into the Cricut design space, and I found the super cute coffee and tea descriptions as if they were from the dictionary. And I'm just measuring out my panels. They were 12 inches wide and I wanted a 1-inch border around it, so I made sure that the width was 10 inches and I made my adjustments as it should be. I used some permanent glossy white vinyl. I fed that into my Cricut maker, had it cut it out, and then the next step is just going to be to weed all the excess material to get it ready to place on it. It's a little difficult to see here, but just because it's white on white. But first I just went in and removed all the excess material from inside the letters. Then I proceeded to do the larger areas around it. You can also do a reverse weeding technique. So I did one reverse weeding and one regular, and I think it was a little bit easier to do the reverse weeding just because you didn't have your letters kind of coming up. If you want a video on how to do reverse weeding, just let me know down below. But whenever I got to any larger pieces like this here, I took my X-Acto knife and cut around, because this was just like big blank space. So I just peeled off, and then I just work in sections, especially with small words like this. You really don't want to pick up any letters and not notice it. So I just worked line by line with the words and slowly just kind of made my way. Weeding all the smaller letters is really the most time-consuming part, but once you're done that, it is super quick to get the rest done. I'm just taking my transfer tape here. I don't use one that's too sticky, so I can kind of move it around. Just make sure that it covers the entire thing, and I just take a plastic ruler to really scrape it all down as I bring it, so I don't have any kind of air bubbles and miss any letters. You can skip this step if you did the reverse weeding because it's already stuck to it, but you just want to make sure that you burnish really well so you don't kind of lose stuff. And then we're going to take it, flip it over, and slowly peel off the vinyl backing that it came with. Again, I prefer to work either in different lines and rows of letters to make sure that you're reading it and you can see that all the letters are there. If you ever have any issues taking it off, you can try burnishing it again, which is just pressing on it with your ruler. Also, as you can see here, I tried to flatten it as much as possible, the white backing, so that way, it kind of, with the force of the stick on the transfer tape, it's a little bit easier to lift up. But once I get half of it down, just so it's not kind of in your way, I go ahead and just cut off because I'm not going to use it anymore. And then all the smaller writing, I ended up just going side by side, and as you can see, did all the rows at once and just slowly kept pushing on it flat, so that you can keep the very edge of the letter stuck to your transfer tape, and that way you won't end up peeling up everything else. Then I take the backing that I had originally for my transfer tape and I overlay on about 3/4 to 2/3 of the backing, so that way you're not kind of applying the entire thing all at once, but you can kind of readjust because the top part won't stick fully yet. So I just go ahead and I burnish the top part and just work my way down in sections, pulling that backing down. So just ever so slowly kind of get row by row and just make sure to completely burnish it before you remove your transfer tape. And here's just kind of a top view of it, making sure to burnish all the little letters and everything. And then you want to pull off kind of on a diagonal, really flat and close to your item itself, and fairly slowly. And that's essentially all of it. You can kind of play up with the different colors and what kind of writing you want to put on it, but this is just kind of the basics, and it is super cute, super easy. Just weeding the material is time consuming, and other than that, super quick. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you have any questions below.